Have you ever seen a superhero movie? Maybe you read a comic, or two, or three. Maybe you're a huge superhero buff, making it your goal to immerse yourself in this giant that is the world of superheroes. Maybe you just don't understand what all the fuss is about. If that's the case, stick around, because there's something I'd like to tell you.
What is this? You were gonna start without me?
No.
Come on, man, you can't start with the premiere video when I'm not around. I couldn't help it.
What? Was a bank robbery keeping you occupied?
Yes, actually.
Oh.
Welcome, one and all. This is Superhero Culture, where we'll be discussing different defining aspects of the societal phenomenon that's developed since the late 30s and 40s. I'm Spider-Wise.
And I'm Flashbeat. The two of us will be coming straight to your screens fairly often, hopefully. So stay tuned after this video for more similar content.
So, on to the titular question of the video. Why does superhero culture matter? Well, some people say it doesn't. Some people say it's meaningless. Even Alan Moore, the author of Watchmen and V for Vendetta, has called superheroes children's characters and said that adults who embrace them must be indicating a retreat from the admittedly overwhelming complexities of modern existence.
Saying it as if the people of today can't handle the things life throws at them and feel like they have to fall back into the worlds that DC and Marvel provide, ignoring their actual lives.
Alan Moore, I'm gonna have to shut you down on that one. Even though comics and movies do provide a ready escape from life's trials and tribulations, they also serve much greater purposes that we're gonna dive into today.
Also, some studies have apparently shown that preschool kids who are into superheroes pick up almost exclusively on the aggressive behavioral messages within the stories, not the defending ones.
That may be true. That was a thing with me when I was younger if I got too immersed in the world of Spider-Man.
However, the study does go on to say that very young kids shouldn't be totally disengaged with superhero culture, just to have it in moderation. It also is up to the parents to have talks with their kids and discuss the positives as well as the negatives of the media they're consuming.
That aside, when superhero fans are older, they can undeniably pick up more on the positive behavioral aspects of superheroes and their stories, like Spider-Man's world-famous message, "With great power comes great responsibility."
Also, the vast majority of superhero media isn't designed or created for toddlers and young children. So by definition, that makes a very complex set of ideas for them to have to swallow at such a young age. So maybe wait a little to introduce your kids to their idol, the Flash.
Don't you mean their idol, Spidey?
I'm not sure you completely understand.
Try me. All joking aside, let's get to our next point. Superheroes don't just reach as wide of an audience as they do without a little audience empathy. I mean, look at Spider-Man. He's an ordinary teenager, goes through high school with troubles like bullies, finance, and being there for his Aunt May. And oh yeah, he's also a superhero who can shoot webs and climb walls. All the powers and the fantastic adventures, that's a plus, something that we love coming along on the ride for. But we stay for Peter Parker. He provides someone for the audience to relate to sympathize with, to inspire them to do great things.
Black Panther provided the first African superhero that black people could identify with and look up to when Marvel created him in July of 1966. Since then, with the help of his own solo movie as part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, he brought light to the movement that black people were fighting for and provided them a strong and fierce idol.
One group of fans were seen in a video that has since gone viral, fawning over the Black Panther movie poster, and one even says, well, let's just watch it.
So we sitting here looking at this dope ass Black Panther poster, and the conclusion that we have come to is that this is what white people get to feel all the time.
All the time. All the time.
Since the beginning of cinema.
All the time.
You get to feel empowered like this and represented.
This is what y'all feel like all the time? I would love this country too.
I would love this country too. Think about that for a second. That's deep, isn't it?
The issue at hand is obviously much bigger than superhero culture, but in terms of Black Panther, the effects bleed through into a lot of different areas. Why did this have to get deep so quickly?
Ah, shit. In terms of what superhero culture can teach us, there are lots of morals to be imparted here, and that's one reason why it resonates with so many people. A few examples of some things that comic books have taught us. With great power comes great responsibility.
The X-Men taught us that you should be proud of who you are in the face of prejudice.
Batman and Iron Man showed us that you don't need superpowers to be a hero.
Captain America teaches us that strong morals and dedication to yourself can go a long way.
You just had to one-up me, didn't you?
How does that make you feel?
Like I should go hide in my comics? Speaking of, back to the point on the escape superheroes provide for us ordinary people.
Ordinary people?
I mean, superheroes. Yep.
The immersive world of superhero comics and movies can let people escape from everyday life, but not to an unhealthy extent.
This is also where the thing about relatability comes full circle. Characters like Peter Parker, Steve Rogers, Barry Allen, T'Challa, and Bruce Banner take us in with their personalities and trials, and fans like us get invested in their fate. I can't speak for everyone, but I myself can see them as friends.
I myself would have to agree.
And even if you're not a fan of superheroes, you have to admit that their influence is extremely far-reaching.
Movies like Avengers Infinity War, The Dark Knight, Spider-Man 2, Black Panther, and Deadpool rack up huge amounts of box office money, cementing their presence in the global conscience, no matter whether you like the whole superhero culture or not. There's many reasons why these movies get so much praise and buzz, more than just the action scenes and big-budget special effects.
The stories and people at the heart of the movies are what keep us coming back for more. Many of these make us so invested in the characters and their fates, which the Marvel Cinematic Universe has done beautifully after 10 whole years of development, that in many cases the stories can really pull at our heartstrings.
No, Groot! You can't. You'll die. Why are you doing this? Why?
We are Groot.
We could go on forever about the many qualities that make all individual movies as amazing as they are, but that's not what this video is about.
In short, superhero culture is important because it offers us a way of temporarily escaping the crap being flung at us from all angles in the world by showing us a vision of a better one. One with numerous good people who defend our rights and protect us, reaching their lessons and ideals out into the real world and inspiring those of us who are fans to do some good here. Far from being a cultural catastrophe, superheroes have created a whole dedicated subculture of their own in today's society that is constantly evolving to reflect the times and the people of those times.
Plus, they're awesome.
Well, that too. Thanks for taking the time to watch our premiere video.
Like and subscribe.
And leave a comment down below if you'd like to join the conversation. It really helps us when we're not climbing walls and running like lightning.